Folks, I'm going to talk about two small cap biotechs that you need to watch right now. By now, everyone who's turned on the TV or doesn't live in a bubble knows that COVID-19 has wreaked major havoc on society as we know it. If that's not enough, the aftermath of this horrific virus may linger on for a long time as markets deal with recession and potential depression in coming months. While it may take months, and possibly years, to fully recover from the current financial recovery, one sector that's seeing an increased accumulation is the biotech sector. It's one of the few sectors that's being accumulated along with the technology sector right now. And in my humble opinion, we're going to see a massive influx of capital, both government and private capital, flow into the biotech sector till there's a vaccine in place. It's been a while since biotech's been in the spotlight. And even those companies that aren't focused directly on COVID-19 are seeing influx of capital, more than likely because the major biotech ETFs are seeing influx of capital. And those ETFs hold several stocks, which may or may not be directly related to solving the COVID-19 puzzle. Moreover, consumer discretionary spending is quickly drying up. That means technology buying could potentially weaken. But majority of the capital coming into the biotech doesn't come from consumers. It comes from the government grants and institutions. And right now, the number one goal for global government is to eradicate COVID-19. So there's a really good chance the entire biotech space will continue to expand faster than ever before. While most investors are focused on the large biotechs like Moderna and Gilead, there's a handful of smaller companies that are gaining momentum and starting to see attention from savvy investors and traders who know where to look. With that in mind, let's take a look at two biotech stocks that are seeing strong institutional accumulation and potential rise in price for the foreseeable future. The first stock on my list is Innovia, ticker symbol INO. The company is engaged in the discovery, development, and delivery of a new generation of vaccines called DNA vaccines, focused on cancers and infectious diseases. This is a company with a proven track record of quickly bringing effective solutions to market for fighting deadly diseases. This includes having a treatment to clinical trials for Ebola in 15 months, 9 months for MERS, and 6.5 months for Zika. The company recently enrolled 40 people in clinical phase 1 trials, and preliminary data is set to be released in June. So we don't have to wait a long time. So we'll know soon if there's something promising on the horizon or not. The stock has been seeing strong growth recently with a 1-year return of 331.29%. Price has been hovering near all-time highs in recent weeks, and there's 5 strong buy recommendations, which confirms that institutional analysts are following the stock closely for potential cure to the COVID-19, which would cause the price of the stock to skyrocket if the company did come out with a cure. Most importantly, the company had positive earnings estimates in the last 4 quarters, which happens frequently before the price of the stock takes off. Keep a close eye on INO over the next few months, especially if they move to phase 2 trials next month. The target price, the stock has a high target price of $28 and appears to have substantial upside to go higher. The next stock on my short list of biotech stocks that you need to pay attention to is Diagnostics Inc. CODX. CODX is the ticker. It's a molecular diagnostics company. It develops, manufactures, and markets a new state-of-the-art diagnostics technology. What a mouthful there. Accurate and fast testing for COVID-19 infections is critical to determining whether someone needs to be isolated or hospitalized for treatment. As the country begins to reopen, testing becomes even more critical as medical authorities monitor for potential second waves of pandemic. Co-Diagnostics is one of the leading providers of COVID-19 test kits, and it's selling them to states faster than it can make them. That's over 6 million to date, with production going full blast to manufacture another 20 million tests just to keep up with the current and short-term demand. Over the last year, the stock has gained 1,920%. It's got 2 strong buy recommendations and 3 positive quarters of positive earning estimates. Technically, price remains near all-time highs, and profit margin on these test kits, it's over 70%, which is huge. So the company doesn't have to leverage itself to stay profitable anytime soon. I love that. I'm expecting COVID-19 tests to become a crucial part of the economy over the next few years, not just in the USA, but around the world. And CODX stands to profit handsomely by being in the right place at the right time, especially till COVID-19 is a distant memory. I'm keeping a very close eye on CODX stock, and I believe you should too, because there's only a handful of companies involved in testing COVID-19 at this time. All in all, I see strong accumulation in these two stocks in the next few months. Hope that helps.